So, Kristen,
Yeah.
you and I talk quite a lot about our witch experiences, right? You and I are
Mhm.
going to Salem. We are going to weird gift shops with witch themes. I don't think it's intentional, at least on my end. How did we end up here?
I think that we maybe are just naturally a little witchy. I've been into weird witch stuff for a long time. And I think also it kind of comes in the world of being goth and liking Halloween. Witches are a big symbol of that. And also, I think we also both came up in the era where like The Craft, Sabrina, Charmed, like those were part of popular culture. So I think the rise of the witch kind of happened during possibly formative times in our lives.
Can I tell you a weird thing? One of my favorite witches is Wendy of the Hilary Duff variety in Casper Meets Wendy.
Okay.
Someday, and maybe you got to hold me accountable. If I ever have children, I will need to dress up my kid in a weird red onesie.
Okay. Okay. I don't know who my favorite witch is, to be honest. I was a real big practic fan. So I think maybe that kind of spurred me into, I guess it would be called kitchen witchery, kind of the cozy witch, the cottage witch.
I think if I were a witch, I'd probably be like a Mary Poppins. Just, like, pretty organized, like a wise ass. Very proper, put together, clean.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would use my magic for organization and cleanliness too, because if I didn't have to do chores, if I could just light a candle or, say a spell and have something clean my house for me, I mean, what a life.
I don't buy that for a second.
Really.
I know you, and you would not use it for good.
No, I don't think I would use it for good, but I would have a clean house. It's what I'm saying.
Which makes me wanna ask you, and I already know the answer.
Yeah.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Oh, I'm a fucking bad witch, baby. I am definitely, cursing my exes. I am just finding some way to torture everyone who's ever been mean to me, and definitely someone who gives me a reason to be a Katie will find, like, their their favorite soda is gonna taste like gasoline for 3 months or something like that.
That's what I expected.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a bad witch, but I also don't think I'm a good witch. I think I'm an inherently selfish witch.
Yeah, and also, of course, I would use it to look hot. I'd be spoken hot effortlessly.
Oh, I don't see myself as a hot witch. Have you ever seen American Horror Story Coven?
Oh, yes, of course.
I anticipate myself being the kind of witch that has the huge hair.
The redheaded lady?
Oh, yeah, just, like, kind of a freak.
I kinda see myself if we're in that world. I do see myself as I don't remember Jessica what
Jessica Lange.
yeah, Jessica Lange, just like a bitch for evil, but older and hot, and also having an affair with the ghost of an axe murderer.
Play the saxophone.
He did. That's like a true story, the Axe Man of New Orleans.
Ah, yes, okay. Well, there's a lot of witches out there,
There
but
are.
today we're talking about the blonde one and the green one.
Mhm.
'Cause you know what we did? We went to go see Wicked.
Separately, unfortunately.
Separately. Yes, we had to.
We have not talked about our thoughts, so this is going to be on the fly reactions. I don't know what Alyssa thought. She doesn't know what I thought. So, I don't know. Did we love the movie? Did we hate the movie? I guess we're gonna find out together.
I have 1,000,000 thoughts, and by 1,000,000, I mean I have about a list of 6 bullet points that I wanna go over with you.
I
I was thinking about this movie because I had a happy hour that I had to go to for work on Thursday night,
Uh-huh.
and I was literally looking at my phone at the clock because I thought, "Ooh, gotta go to this movie, gotta go to this movie."
Mhm.
I was having a really good time, but I was like, "Why do I wanna see this movie so badly?" And I think it's the marketing. It's the marketing. They really made me think that I need to go see this movie.
So I read the book. I read the first 2 Wicked books, and I fell off after that, and then I saw the musical twice, and I just kinda I love a Broadway musical. I love a musical, and most of the time, I do like a musical movie. Like, I love the fucking Phantom of the Opera movie that everyone hates. I'm sorry, I love it, I always will.
No,
Um,
I think it's a great movie.
yeah, so I was like, "Oh, another Phantom," and then I didn't know this, so I obviously wasn't paying attention to the marketing. You told me that this movie is 2 parts, and I said, "What the fuck?" And I immediately
Yeah,
didn't wanna see it after.
I was skeptical about the 2 parts as well. Someday, you and I are gonna have a Broadway episode because I am a closeted Broadway fan. I don't talk about this often, and I don't ever want to be a Broadway person. But I have famously, that's Kristen's favorite word, I could leave plays after intermission. They're not that good at the second half, and I stand by this.
I
I've never seen a play where it hasn't been true.
I also stand by this, and I was talking to my brother about this the other day. Hi, Dennis. My brother is now probably our 6th listener, so good to have you. So I was talking to my brother about this the other day, and I said, "I don't know why they split it into 2 parts because A, the entire musical is the same length as part 1, number 1. I don't think we needed that much. If the musical can keep me engaged for 2 hours and 40 minutes, just give me the musical just on a screen with, like, a bigger set, right? Maybe make it 15 minutes longer, if you really wanna, go hard. Or if you have so much more to say, put out a director's cut so we can all watch it from our home and I can not have the fear of peeing my pants.
I don't want the Snyder cut of Wicked. I'm not doing that again.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we're gonna make it long and you need to include all this extra shit, maybe that's the way to do it. Don't give me 2 parts. But also, I agree. The second half of this movie is gonna be shitty. It's gonna suck. Like, spoiler alerts, I guess we should say, for this entire episode for
Hold on, wait a second. We're not giving spoiler alerts. This musical is over 20 years old. If you don't know the plot, just get the fuck out of here. Go to the movies. I don't care. I'm not sorry.
fine. But also, I'm gonna spoil some of the books.
No one wants to read these books. I know, some people do. I only read the first one in elementary school.
You read it in elementary school?
I listen, it was in the library. I didn't even think anything of it, if I'm being honest with you. This
Really? Wait, wait,
they don't it doesn't even stand out to me.
wait, wait,
Like, I
wait.
couldn't even tell you.
Did we read the same book? Did you read the graphic sex scene in the book?
Is it yeah, I remember it being sexual, but, like, I don't know, I didn't it wasn't registering to me.
Do you don't remember the part in the book where they go to a sex club and someone basically gets assaulted in a bad way by a tiger during a live
No,
sex show? You don't
I'm
remember
telling you,
this book?
12-year-old me read one page, went to the other.
Wow. Okay.
I swear to God, I couldn't even
Well, maybe that doesn't
I
happen until the second book, but it happens. To me, these books were they were pretty sexual and never in a good ways. Like, it's not
and hold on.
wasn't smut.
Let me just why did my school require a permission slip to read Harry Potter, but not this?
'Cause Harry Potter well, this has magic. I don't know.
Exactly. Tell me.
Religion. And also, this book has very, like, terrorist under themes, which is something that I was gonna talk about later. Like, basically, in the book, Elphaba becomes kinda like, like, she's kind of in an underground terrorist group trying to fight for the animals and blowing shit up and killing people.
You know what's wild too? Is that I didn't even like this book. Like I was like,
Yeah.
it didn't do it for me.
I mean, it didn't do it for me either.
But maybe I was just like a child not really taking in the messages.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming now.
I guess. Maybe you need to I mean, I wouldn't say reread it, but I don't know, maybe go read a Cliff Notes or something.
I'm good. I'm good. Well, listen, I think you brought me to an excellent point. And I want to start out with this podcast with where did all of these Wicked number 1 fans come from? Because everybody on the internet all of a sudden is saying that Wicked is their favorite play. They are obsessed with the soundtrack. This is their favorite book series. Like I've never seen so many Wicked stans come out of the fucking woodwork.
Yeah, and also very young Wicked stans. Like all these girlies on the internet making videos about like Wicked drama and Wicked's finally here. And, oh my god, I can't wait for Wicked. And I'm like, girl, you are 15. The show just stopped. Is it still touring? I don't know.
Well, hold on. Hold on. I'm not gonna throw any stones here because you're a big Phantom of the Opera fan, and I know that that play has been on for a really long time, and you probably came into the fandom 20 years late. So let's take a look at ourselves here.
Okay, fine. That's true. I guess maybe I'm just too old to be out of the culture, but I didn't know that there were a bunch of Wicked fans. I know the musical is very popular. You know, it comes around to the Pantages Theater like once every 2 years. So, maybe the girlies are seeing it there.
I think it's still on Broadway.
Yeah, like it's gonna be at the Pantages like next week or something.
No, to mean like in New York,
Oh, in New York? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
I think. Well, because I know it goes in and out.
Yeah, like, that's one of the one, like, Phantom of the Opera was sad face that just and Cats. It's always probably on Broadway at some point in time.
Phantom's going on tour in a few years. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, it is?
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh, I'm excited. I've only seen it once. I could see it again.
I've also only seen it once.
Hey, maybe When Can We Leave goes to Phantom of the Opera.
Well, you know it's my dream to have a Broadway episode.
Well, maybe that's when we do it.
Just while hold on, I need to complain about one more thing. Sorry, I know
Yeah.
we're going really off topic. I hate Disney musicals.
Oh,
I hate
yeah.
them.
They're
They're
awful.
not good.
No.
I don't wanna go anymore. I have seen so fucking many of them, and I know I'm gonna see more, but I hate them.
I like the Frozen one, and that's because 'cause I'm a Frozen stan. This is something you're gonna learn about me. I love an Elsa, and I liked in the Disney musical, like, they went into, like, why she's more anxious and depressed, and I was like, "Yeah, girl, I feel ya." But I didn't enjoy the musical. I just liked the music, and that, people, is why I listen to the soundtrack before I see the music.
I could fight about this. I could literally fight.
If it helps, I didn't listen to the Wicked soundtrack on the way to the movie.
I didn't either, but we can get to this later
Yeah.
because I have a lot of thoughts about the singing. Not that I'm an
I
expert.
do too. So, then where do we go from here?
Broadway movies.
Broadway movies. Broad
What Broadway movies do you think are actually good? And I'm talking Broadway to screen.
Broadway to screen, again, Phantom of the Opera. I think
Mhm.
if we're gonna go classic, I think Sound of Music.
God, it's so old, I can't even comprehend it. Like, I can't imagine it as a theater play.
For a lot of us, like, obviously, I didn't see
Mhm.
that as a play. My Fair Lady is also one of my kind of favorite old-timey musical movies. What I didn't look up what have been, like, recent.
Chicago, baby.
Oh, Chicago. I've never seen it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say Chicago is probably my favorite
Okay.
musical to movie adaptation. But and I don't know if this hit you the same, but it hit me at a really particular age. Hairspray was Zac Efron.
Oh, no. Just
Oh,
because
you missed out on a real phenomenon.
I saw Hairspray the movie, like,
Mhm.
at a age where I don't think it registered with me, and I really just didn't like it.
You
So
don't like the John Waters movie?
well, as a young person, I didn't. So,
Oh my god.
maybe as a a mature adult with a frontal lobe, I could, but
Oh
I
my
didn't
you
understand
should
it.
try it.
Okay.
It's a great time.
And, Grease is a classic.
Are you a Mamma Mia girl?
I've never seen Mamma Mia. Do I need to go watch it after this?
That's one of our friends' top musicals,
Oh.
if she's listening.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess now I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it for the for the Boo Crew.
I'm not a big jukebox musical fan myself.
Yeah, I prefer a musical that's like original music.
Mhm.
Uh, This could probably go in the Broadway episode, but I also recently saw the Back to the Future musical, and it had a lot of it did have its own songs, but it also had some jukebox stuff, and I that was like my
Mm.
most on favorite part of it.
Not all movie to musical, musical to movie,
Me-
they're not all the same. They're not all equal. Some suck, some are great. You see Cats? Did you see Cats?
I couldn't finish Cats.
Oh my god, I think I took an edible and watched it. It was fantastic.
I tried really hard with Cats, and I think I may have also not been sober, and I couldn't. I was like, "I can't even. Like, I gotta watch something else.
I
Not
was
I can't."
I was so scared. I'm glad they made it. just as,
Yeah.
like, a social experience.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know that they need to do that again. Maybe we just put Cats away, but I don't think Cats is a good musical either,
Oh, it's terrible. I've never seen it. I don't know.
but I don't really even like the soundtrack. So I think you gotta start with engaging songs, right? Which to me, Cats didn't have. Sorry, any Cat stans still out there, but, you know, I think Wicked does have engaging songs, going for it for the most part. We all know there's some stinkers, dear old shiz.
Did your theater sing?
No. Did yours?
Neither did mine. No.
Yeah, when I came home, Matt specifically said, because Matt didn't see this movie with me. He was like, "No, thank you."
I also saw it without a husband.
Our plan was is after we had done all of our tasks, we were gonna go see movies separately. Matt wanted to go see Gladiator too, which I kinda wanna see, but I was like, "Okay, let the man go see it without you. You're gonna be sitting in Wicked, like, let him have his fun." And he proceeded to not eat any food the entire day, I found out, and just ate sugar all day, and then ended the day with the Dutch Brothers with the most sugary drink that I have ever tasted in my entire life, and then he almost died that night from just how bad his stomach hurt. So, I left him possibly on his deathbed to go see Wicked.
Has he recovered?
Yeah, he was fine later on that night while I was in the movie. He texted me, "Can you bring me home a hamburger?" And I was like, "I guess you're feeling better." So Matt ate a midnight hamburger that night.
Poor Matt. So you didn't get to see all those greased up men.
No, I guess we're gonna have to watch The Greased Up Men together at some point.
You know, I don't remember Gladiator 1
I do. I remember it better than Matt, apparently.
because I was like, "Should I go see Gladiator 2?" And I thought, "Well, you don't know what happened in Gladiator 1.
Uh,
Does it matter?"
I mean, he dies. I
Who?
The guy at the gladiator, he fucking dies, but he wants to
Which one?
die. The
Which one?
the gladiator himself, the one that the whole movie is based around. I don't remember his
The
name.
guy on the poster? I mean,
Yes, the guy in the poster.
who's in the second one?
The second one is not him, cause he dead,
What's it
baby.
about? Who's if the gladiator is dead, who's this about? I don't understand.
Wait, maybe I gotta Google it. Let's see.
No, I don't know. You could be telling me the truth.
But now
I'm
I
fine with
now
that.
I'm is the gladiator dead? Did the
All
gladiator
I saw
die?
was that there were CGI sharks
Yes,
in
as
the
he
preview.
dies, Maximus envisions reuniting with his wife and son in the afterlife. His friends and allies honor him as a soldier of Rome and carry his body out of the arena. Yeah, he wanted to die because they killed his wife and his kid, and that's why he was fucking pissed off.
Listen, I'm not arguing with you. You don't need to take a tone with me. I'm just asking you, who is the second movie about?
I don't know, the next gladiator. It's got
Okay.
it's got Pedro Pascal, so, I wanna watch it.
Is he
I don't
the
know.
second glad?
I know nothing about it.
Maybe I'll just go and see. Oh, can I actually tell you a story? This
Yeah,
we can cut this if
sure.
necessary. We were hanging out with my husband's friend, and he was telling us that he broke it off with the girl because she was an idiot. And I was like, "Well, what was she an idiot about?" And he said, "We were watching a movie and she completely missed major plot points." And Kevin looked me dead in the eye because I too miss major plot points in films. And I have to ask Kevin, "Who is this person?" He's like, "He's been on this show for a season. I don't know how you miss this person."
Well, at least Kevin isn't gonna divorce you because of
No, no. Um,
I I have told you this story before, but I'm gonna tell it for the people, and we can cut this out too, but I also famously broke up with the man because we went to go see Les Mis together, another movie musical adaptation, which I love the Les
I
Mis.
hated Les Mis.
Oh, I don't like the play. I like the music, right? Not all, but there's a couple good Les Mis songs that go on my Broadway playlist. And this movie was long and boring to me and I didn't like the musical adaptation. And this man started crying in Les Mis. And I said, That's a no. That's a no for me, dog. And as soon as he dropped me off, I texted him and said, "I can't go on another date with you." And he said, "Why?" And I said, "I just can't."
It's interesting since we always say we want men in touch with their feelings, and then we break up with them as soon as they cry in Les Mis. Alright, so you wanna get into your Wicked thoughts?
Yeah.
Gotta get my Wicked notes ready.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. Who wants to bring up a point first?
I'll go first
Okay.
because I this is not an original thought,
Mhm.
and I let me also point out, I think in another life, I could do movie reviews, and
Mhm.
I say this with absolutely 0 qualifications. I am just someone who likes film and has very passionate opinions.
Mhm.
Um, so I watch a lot of movie reviewers, and I mean, I watch, like, big people, and I watch very small people, and I love arguing with them from my side of the phone or the television. I'll be
Uh-huh.
like, "You didn't get it! You just this movie wasn't made for you. Like, you don't understand."
Okay.
Um, anyway, but a lot of the reviews that I saw in this movie is that it looks like shit,
Mhm.
and frankly, I agree. So my first point that I wanna bring up, why do the colors look terrible?
Yeah, it was not bright enough.
It was all like a dingy gray-green, muted pinks.
Yes. Why did they not go hard enough? Oh,
Well, I liked all the practical sets, I thought they looked really good, but it was too I was too distracted by the gray, and I don't know if this is real.
uh-huh.
I don't know this, I have no technical background, but I've heard that they make it this color so that it looks good in multiple types of projectors, so that way it looks uniform across different theaters.
Well, I don't care.
It's annoying that, like, The Wizard of Oz in '39 looked better than this movie in 2024.
Yeah, I expected it to be much more vivid, you know?
I know you wanna talk about this later, and I won't talk about the content of the scene, but in the popular song, there is a scene where she is dancing down the hallway after Elphaba has left, and it is all pink.
Yeah.
It was the ugliest fucking thing I've seen in a movie, and I thought, "Who color graded this? It looks bad." And I literally I looked around because I thought, "Is everyone seeing this?"
So one of my questions was, and maybe you know this and I don't, did they actually put makeup on Cynthia Erivo, or did they just like did they like put makeup on her and then also put like a green filter over her?
I don't know about the filter, but I know it's makeup or, like,
Okay.
she's green on the set.
I just thought that it looked weird to me. Either the makeup wasn't good enough or the editing they did afterwards. I just didn't think that it did a great job. Like, it just took me out of the moment. It looks like someone photoshopped it onto her.
Oh, it didn't bother me, and can I also point out, maybe it's because you've never seen a green person. Like, there's no way for it to look normal.
I guess that's true. That is
And,
true.
like, I want you to think about how fucking bad She-Hulk and the Hulk look,
That's
and
true.
think how good this looks in comparison.
Okay. Okay, that is good. I just remember thinking that anytime that they would do a close up, you could see the very kind of harsh lip line that they had kind of done with her lipstick to make it look like she had, green contours. And I thought to myself, she's the only green person. So she definitely doesn't have green lipstick to do this to herself. So if this is her natural green lip contour, it looks shitty with love and light.
I thought it looked great, I don't know, I was fine with it.
It just stuck out to me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did think her freckles were really cute though, and I loved her stupid glasses. I was like, "Ooh, I would never wear those," but it went with the overall steampunky kind of aesthetic, which the musical has it, so I know they had to do it, but I fucking hate steampunk. So, I don't know how to feel about it.
It is kinda cringy, and it also reminds me of the kind of men who the memes with the tip of the hat and they say, "My lady,"
Yes.
those kinda guys.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember this from the books because you were a child.
I was 12.
You were 12 reading, like, one of the first generations of smut, I guess. But I think they take it in the steampunky direction in the play because they have those clockwork things. There's the clock of the time dragon and there's, like, the TikTok thing.
There was no dragon in
No,
the movie, right?
no, there was no dragon in the movie. This goes back to it being so long. I thought it was gonna be so much longer because they were gonna give us, like, ton of book shit, and I honestly I don't think they added anything pertinent from the books because I don't remember anything. Like, I think it was all just making the songs longer and some weird character development, which I don't think was needed.
If I'm being honest, I wouldn't want additional things.
Yeah.
In my dreams, I want basically the musical with nothing extra,
Yes.
just with better sets.
Yes, exactly that. Give me the musical, song for song, character for character, plotline for plotline. Just make the set and the costumes beautiful. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted.
What's your next bullet point, by the way? Because I feel like I'm upset about the colors and I gotta move on.
So my first one was too damn long, and I think we've already kind of covered it. My second one is Wicked gay? And follow-up question, if it is gay, is it gay enough?
Well, I think Broadway at its core is gay. And I don't mean that in like a weird way. I just think it's catered to the gay community and I'm all for it.
Well, so my hot take is that it is gay, right? The context between Elphaba and Glinda in the books, which again, I don't know if you remember this part, but they fucking kiss in the books. And it's kind of platonic on Elphaba's end because she's fucking Fiero, which Glenda and Fiero never fuck in the book. In fact, Glenda never fucks anyone. She is celibate. And also, every time she talks about Elphaba in the books, like she kind of talks about her, like missing her, like she misses a lover, right? So, there's this whole community out there, like the Gelfie community. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say, I just want to see a story about a beautiful female friendship where it's like they don't have to fuck or there doesn't have to be sexual tension. Because sometimes I think that is born out of the male gaze. Sometimes if you're going to the club and you're just with your ladies and you're like dancing and a guy yells, "Kiss her." I'm like, "Fuck it. I'm here with my ladies."
This has literally never happened to me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's happened to me.
I'm just taking Wicked as they presented it to me, and I think that is exactly what they've presented, is a female friendship. I know Cynthia Erivo has made comments about how you don't know what's gonna happen in the second one, so maybe they'll dive into it then, but as I watched this movie, I didn't see that.
There were just certain scenes where, the meme that brought up the 2 screenshots of them, their faces while they were laying in bed, like, looking like they're lusting after each other. I kind of felt that subtext.
I mean, I if it's in the second one, sure, but as of right now, the movie I saw, no.
I don't know, I'm not discounting, like, everyone's experience is different and, I'm all for it. Sometimes I hate kind of the objectifying of a female friendship. There has to be always some type of undertone.
Well, it's just interesting because this movie to me has 0 male gaze. Like,
Okay.
this is a movie for women. You
Well,
can't tell me otherwise.
uh-uh.
This movie had, like, the highest rating of women going to the movies since Barbie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then
It's
maybe
all like, I don't you didn't go with the husband, I didn't go with the husband, where's the male gaze? They were all seeing Pedro Pascal in Gladiator 2.
my thing is like, if you're gonna do it, fucking just go for it. Like, have the balls to do it.
Yeah, but this is such a major movie, right? You can't offend the people in the Midwest. They don't wanna see gay Elphaba and Glinda. They just don't want it. It's like Disney. They can have a gay character in a very, very minor role in the corner of the film, and they can say it's inclusive. Because you alienate so many people that way. Some people ain't ready for it.
But I'm tired of that. Just if you're gonna do it, have the balls to do it and do it all the way so that you can have people who, don't have to have the movie be gay coded to them. Just have it be a gay movie, you know?
They don't have the balls to do it. Universal, you think they're gonna do that? Nah, dog, they gotta be selling dolls to children.
Mm.
That ain't the objective.
Well, they're selling the dolls to the children and send them to the porn site.
I know. Gosh, what a controversy. I know a paralegal in the Mattel department,
Oh
and
shit, did they get fired?
they did not get fired, but I have it on good authority that they do read the back of the fine print, so I would love to know what happened.
Yeah, like, did someone just not go to the website?
I mean, t if I'm being honest, I did not know that was a porn website.
I do because it was a very big porn site in my, teen formative years, like, that's where all the boys were going to get the porno.
Okay, I'm ready to move on to my second point.
Okay, what's your point?
So this is actually a two-part point, and I'm
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
First of all, I wanna make one complaint.
Yes.
Defying Gravity is the best song in this musical, and
Uh-huh.
everybody fucking knows it,
Yes.
and it makes me so annoyed when people are like, Defying Gravity is such a basic bitch answer." It's like, "No, it's just clearly the best song, you buffoon."
Yes, it is. It is.
So I was obviously, like everyone else in this theater, very ready for this number.
And also I had to pee by this point real bad. So I needed this to happen.
My second bullet point is why did they drag out Defying Gravity? I just wanted to hear her belt out this number, and we had so many pauses.
Yes.
I was so fucking annoyed.
And I kept thinking because it was taking so long, I thought, "Are they gonna take out the part where her and Glinda fight?" Like, through song? We had the balloon, didn't happen in the play. Like, I just didn't need that extra 10 minutes of song, I guess.
No, I didn't either, and I got in the car, and I put on the soundtrack because I wanted to hear it for real. I was
Uh-huh.
like, "I gotta cut out this dumb dialogue, this weird movie scenes of shit I don't care about,
Mhm.
and listen to it." And listening to it on the soundtrack, I do think it was very good.
Okay.
But in that movie, in the theater, I thought, "This is fucking stupid."
So, okay, here's my hot take about
Oh gosh.
no. Here's my hot take about the music.
Uh-oh.
I didn't love some of Cynthia Erivo's performances as Elphaba. I'm sorry. She has a beautiful voice, but she did too much of what I feel is popping it up, where she would just do a random, like, in the middle of the song. And I know that that's probably also her. I don't know what her style is as a singer. This is the first thing that I've seen her in. This is the first time that I've heard her. So this could be part of how she sings normally. Fine. But I think in musicals, that's kind of like you don't really have a lot of that, except for there are some very famous ones, like obviously the one at the end of Defying Gravity, the you know. I thought there was too much of that for my opinion. I thought she sometimes would come in too soft in the beginnings of the songs. And again, this could have been a choice. Elphaba's kind of shy and then she finds her stuff. But I wanted her to kind of start just like belting out right away. And it didn't happen for me. Or maybe it was a decision to cut out some of the lines that are supposed to be sung and they have them talk like they did with all of Madame Morrible because that woman can't sing.
What a weird casting choice for her.
Right? Can't you just find a regal woman on Broadway who can sing? Because we know they're there. Why? Anyway.
I'm gonna disagree with you a lot on Cynthia Erivo. I
Okay.
loved her. I thought
Okay.
she did a really great job, and
No.
I felt very good about it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let this bleed into my second bullet point, or my
Uh-huh.
third bullet point,
Okay.
and direct quote,
Uh-huh.
"I cried when Cynthia cried." I think that woman's emotion is so infectious. I, like, looked at her eyes crying, and it made me cry, and I just thought, "Everything this woman is selling to me, I am taking."
Okay. I thought her acting was top notch. I actually cried when she cried. So I don't know. I've heard so much about her voice being so powerful that like, oh, I wanted this to be, like all
Mm.
the time. Just
Did you feel like you wanted it to be Idina Menzel?
Um, so actually, Adina Menzel isn't my favorite Elphaba that I've heard. So, no.
Oh, shoot, what a controversial statement.
I know,
Who is it?
especially since I'm an Elsa stan and I love her voice.
Is it Jessica Vosk?
I
Is that
think
her name?
I think so. Is she the redheaded one?
I have no idea what she looks like outside
Oh,
of Elphaba.
I don't know. There's like I think it was maybe like the second or the third one that I've seen a lot of performances of, and I really liked her versions that she did.
I think that's hard when you get, like, really into the soundtrack and then
Uh-huh.
you hear it sung by someone else, it almost feels wrong.
Yes, and part of it was probably that I grew up listening to the Adina one, and so, yes, I did expect it to sound more like that, but obviously they have to make it their own, and I am a person who doesn't like when pop stars do all of that extra stuff in general, so maybe that's just me, and again, I think I just wanted just like, "Oh," I just wanted all the power, all the time, I wanted it to be maybe just rage.
Like, I hate the song "The Wizard and I." I truly don't like it,
Oh,
but
you know, me too.
when she sang it, I was like, "Oh, this is a beautiful song." Like, it did something for me.
I mean, I felt her emotions, her eye contact, and her facial expressions. She had such a sad cry face. So, I don't know, maybe when I watch it again, who knows? Maybe I'll feel about it.
I was reflecting on this, and I remember back when I went to D23 a few years ago, she opened the movie panel doing "When You Wish Upon a Star" because she was the
Really?
blue fairy in the Pinocchio movie.
Oh, okay.
So I can say I've seen this woman live, and she was very good, but of course, I didn't know she was gonna be the Elphaba.
I loved kind of the nod that they did when you first see her. She's got like a very Elsa-esque side braid, and I thought that was cute. And I also liked her rings. So I know that has nothing to do with the movie. And I thought her costume was great.
She had a braid?
Yeah, in the very beginning when she first shows up at Shiz, she has, like, a
Mm,
side braid, and it's very, like,
okay.
Elsa reminiscent,
I
um,
didn't clock it.
and so I thought, "Oh, maybe this is a nod to, you know, Dina." Uh, I'm hoping maybe Pandora will come out with some weird ring.
I'm just gonna be for real, if they haven't come out with it yet, I
You
don't know
you
when
don't
they
think they
will,
will?
because every fucking company has come out of the woodwork to do a Wicked collab.
I guess we didn't finish talking about the other performances. How do we feel about Ariana Grande?
Oh, I loved her. I thought
Okay.
she was really good.
I also thought she was good. I enjoyed her. I think she did a great job, and I think a lot of people were rooting her for her to be awful, and I think she did great. My one one thing that, like, every time I would see Bach, I would just think, "How how is this woman fucking this carrot top looking man?" And it would take for a moment.
I have a few thoughts on Bach, if you
Uh-huh.
wanna go into this.
Sure, go
So
ahead.
I saw him he was in a Spamalot revival, I
Uh-huh,
think last year, and I
uh-huh.
saw it in New York, and I thought, "This man is so fucking talented. I get it.
Mhm, okay.
He's really good."
He doesn't have a big enough part in this movie to
No,
shine. So, like, if she
you know
fell in love with him based on the performance in Wicked, how?
well, I don't think this is, like, a great role for him
Mhm.
because he doesn't really have that much to do, right?
No.
He's important, but not that important? I don't know.
No.
But in Spamalot, like, he sings and he is very, very good.
Okay.
But I when he came on screen, I thought, "That man looks so fucking old."
Yeah,
And
he
I looked him up.
does.
He's 32. We're the same age.
That's a rough 32.
I thought so too. I'm like, she can hook him up with, like, her Botox person.
Yeah. I like myself a weird ginger man, and he's not doing it for me. How Ariana is like, yeah, just let me blow up 2 people's marriages for this."
Some people are attracted to talent, though. Maybe that's it, because he can sing really well.
He can sing, but so can other hot men. Like, why this one?
Listen, I couldn't tell you. You know how people say that people fall in love on sets? The showmance? Think how many people would fall in love with us if we could sing and dance.
I had dreams of singing in a band. It could happen someday still. We don't know.
But you liked Ariana Grande.
I did. I thought that the choice during Popular to put her in a weird negligee was different. That was part of my male gaze shit, I guess, was where I was going with that. Was in the musical, she's wearing a full on just cute dress. Like, why does she have to be in lingerie for
But
that?
again, men don't think a leather robe is sexy. Women want not a leather robe, a feather robe. To me, this is for the girls. Girls want that. Girls want those pajamas. Girls wanna wear that long thing. I can't think of a single man who's like, "You know what's sexy? A long robe with a feather trim."
But then she also had a very sexy lingerie under it.
They were like a short short.
They weren't?
Yes, they were. They were like a short and a t-shirt under there. Not a
I don't
t-shirt, but
think
like a little
so.
top.
I don't think
Dog,
so.
I'm gonna look this up right now. Because I remember thinking, "That's a cute outfit. I don't think it's sexy."
I thought it was sexy.
I looked up popular outfit and nothing accurate came.
Honestly, maybe I'm a fucking prude. I don't think I am, but, maybe I am.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay.
No, I thought it was fine.
I'm sorry. I
Did you
guess I'm a prude. I guess I'm an old hag prude, and I thought they put Ariana Grande in a sexy outfit for the men.
No. I was like, "Are we watching the same movie?"
Well, we don't agree on everything, and that's why we get along.
I keep trying to look up popular film still Wicked, and it's not showing up, and it's driving me
Why
crazy.
don't you look for popular film Wicked costume? Ariana
It's still
Grande's
not showing.
pink robe. Okay, well, then other people don't think this. It's not important enough for other people to be like, "Look at sexy Ariana
See, I think you're in the wrong, my man. I feel passionately about this.
Grande." I can admit apparently I'm a weird prude.
Oh, and I wanna take it back. Apparently, they were not feathers. They were big ass ruffles,
Oh, yeah, they were
which,
ruffles. They were
you
like
know.
they were like these, like, weird ruffle shoulder pads.
Are you done with Ariana Grande?
Uh, yes.
Because my next hot take is I fucking hated Jeff Goldblum as the wizard.
Oh my god, so did I.
I thought he was so bad, and hold on, let me tell you, if I was in control, I would have cast Antonio Banderas.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that have been good? That
Yeah.
man can sing,
Yes. Jeff Goldblum, he was too weird, I famously love Jeff Goldblum.
famously.
Yes, I would, thank you. Famously.
Everybody knows.
I would fuck that weird man. I've loved him since Jurassic Park. I had a crush on Dr. Ian Malcolm, everybody.
I think everybody did.
Well, yeah. So, I like him. I think he's weird, but, he doesn't need all the weird roles. Give him to someone else. But yes, I agree. Antonio, that would have been great.
And it's like a weird stunt casting too, because I don't think you needed more stunt casting.
No. No,
Like, people are already going for Ariana Grande. Who do you think Jeff Goldblum is gonna bring in?
yeah, because that target audience would have been me, but I was more excited for Ariana Grande.
I was like, "This man can't sing. I hate his, like," and he only acts the same character every fucking time.
Yes.
It's always like that weird, charming, kinda,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know, like a shoulder shrugging not shrugging, like, almost like a shimmy, like a get
Mhm.
close to the person. I
Mhm.
fucking hate it. I'm
Yeah.
over it. I'm over
Yeah.
it, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm a little bit over it too. I liked it for Jurassic Park. I liked it for, Independence Day. I liked his who is he? The guy in Marvel? Whatever. I liked that. That was fun, but I'm done with it.
Who was he in Marvel?
He was the emperor in the Hulk and
Oh, in Thor. Oh
yeah.
god.
Ragnarok,
Jesus.
right?
Ragnarok. Oh my god, it's like the MCU doesn't even exist to me anymore.
I know, I know.
RIP.
RIP. Someday it'll come back around. The other thing, while I appreciate them, uh, throw in Kristen, Chensworth, I'm gonna say it, I probably said it wrong, and Adina
Chenoweth?
yes, and Adina Mendenzel? Mendenzel? I don't know how to I'm sorry,
Menzel?
I don't know their last names.
She said she's a stan.
I'm an Elsa stan. That doesn't mean I know their last name. I'm bad with names. It's a thing. Anyway, I appreciate them having them in there, but I did not like the song that they made for them.
My prediction was that Kristen Chenoweth was gonna be on the first one and that Idina Menzel was gonna be on the second one.
Yeah.
But you're right, I didn't need them to sing.
I didn't need them to sing. Like, I could have just seen them. They could have been a background character that, like, maybe Elphaba bumps into, Adina and it's like, "Oh, hey," you know? I could have done with that. And also, I think that, like, the introduction to that book, just, like, really late about it being so important was like, "Hey, okay." But also, I don't remember, did it happen like that in the play too? Did they just kinda, like, throw that book in there at the last second?
When did you see that play? Because I was reflecting, it was in 2008 for me.
Yeah, it was a long time ago for me as well. I think it's been about 10 years. So, I mean, I don't remember. Someone can correct me, but I think they kind of explained the book earlier in the play. And I feel like in the movie, they were just like, "Oh, yeah, and by the way, here's this weird book that all of our, like, religion and sorcery is based on, and the wizard definitely can read it because that's definitely why he's the wizard."
Fuck Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still mad just thinking about it.
So, okay. So I think we got performances.
I only I only have a few more things on my list, but one of them, and this goes 2 and 1 together, there was not enough dancing.
Yeah, you're right. All they had really the club, and in the
S
beginning when they come to school, right?
Yeah, so one of the things I really like about Broadway is seeing people who are really talented, and it's not enough for me to see people sing. I don't fucking care. I wanna see them sing and dance. I want big tap dance numbers. I want, like, cartwheels. I want people going really hard. And this is
Yeah.
gonna come up on the Broadway episode, but I saw Waitress the musical a few years ago, and I wanted to fucking leave because everyone just stands there and sings in a really dingy waitress costume. Wicked, I thought was gonna be really exciting, and particularly Dancing Through Life, I felt was kind of a letdown because I thought there was gonna be
Much more.
better yeah, I thought it was gonna be bigger, and I'm like, "We're just stuck in this one library?"
That kinda brings me to my point. I think they tried to make it into, like, this kinda like, "Ooh, steampunky, this room moves, and, like, let's look at this gimmick."
I think the circular thing could probably look cool in person, but didn't look that cool to me in a movie.
Yeah, yeah, I
'Cause
I
part of
agree.
the cool part about it is the danger, and, like, there's no danger in a
Yeah.
movie because you
Yeah,
know it's all
'cause it was all
fake,
CGI'd.
like, you just know there's a stunt coordinator right there waiting if something
Yeah.
happens.
I think a lot of my points in this movie are, have the balls to make it bigger and better. Yeah, which leads me to my last note. Have the balls to fucking kill the goat. I don't know if it happens in the book or in the musical, but in one of the versions, the goat doesn't just get dragged away and, like, lives in a cage. They fucking kill him.
Doesn't he make it to the 2nd act?
I don't maybe.
'Cause doesn't she meet him again and realizes he can't talk? I think this is a thing.
Okay. So, yeah, you're right. In the play, he lives, but in the book, he dies, which to me, I think, oh, I guess that this whole point is just moot. I was gonna say that if they let him leave that or let him live, that, I think it was gonna just be more insightful or, it's more heartbreaking. It would affect them more because, in the musical, it's like they arrest him and then they just kinda go on with their lives, and it seems like no one cares. Um, So, to me, it just kind of felt like there was not a big enough impact with that.
I mean, she flees fucking Emerald City because she's impacted. I don't know how you could say that.
Yeah, well,
She flees there's a huge musical number. She defies gravity. What are you talking about?
but no one else seems to care. They go to the Emerald City the next day, and they're happy.
She's starting a revolution. It takes some time, and no one else cares at school except her. She's starting with number 1.
I don't know. Well, that's I just kill the goat. Bigger impact.
I'm gonna wrap this up.
I've never been so wrong.
My final note, and this is a personal note, it really has nothing to do with this movie,
Uh-huh.
is that I'm in Sacramento. If I had seen this in my in Burbank, where I
Mhm,
used to live in Los Angeles,
mhm.
the theater would have gone crazy and clapped and laughed. So many people in my theater seemed unaffected, didn't laugh at anything. Just a completely silent reaction to most of this film, and I thought, "Man, I am not with my people."
No, because you probably would have seen it at, uh, what's the one? El Capitan, right? Uh,
Dog, that's a Disney theater.
oh, that's right. Whatever. Okay, fine. Well, in my dreams, you would have seen it at the El Capitan, and the organ man would have come out with his little shiny shoes, and he would have
Jenny's
played.
dad.
There were people next to me who brought their young children, and I thought, "Why are you bringing your children to this movie?" I mean, I guess maybe to see Ariana Grande, but the oldest kid was not even 10 yet. I didn't think, like, she was the target audience, and they were excited during the songs, but then they were like, "When are they gonna start singing again, mom?" They were not entertained, and they just made a lot of ruckus, and ran around in the theater for a while and then fell asleep.
I'm not gonna lie, I think this is a pretty children-friendly movie,
It's just too long. Oh.
but I think, like, content-wise, it seems
Yeah,
fine for kids.
like content-wise, but there was just so much time in between the songs and the pretty visuals for any child to
The
really care, you know?
I mean, if I'm being real with you, I saw the movie Rent
Uh-huh.
and was obsessed with it,
Okay.
and I was a child when this movie came out.
Okay.
I had no idea it was about AIDS. So young me sat in that theater, downloaded the soundtrack on iTunes, had it on my iPod mini.
Did you listen to the soundtrack before you the movie?
Of course not, because 'cause I'm not a savage. I'm just saying sometimes you take kids to weird things.
Okay. Just based on the runtime alone, I would not be taking a child to that movie theater,
But if you're
especially.
not taking kids to the movies anymore because the movies are too long, you're not gonna see anything because everything's fucking 2 hours now.
Yeah, but this was 2 hours and 45 minutes. This was 45
The
minutes too long for movies that are already too long anyway.
the movie industry needs to take note that we don't wanna sit through that. We want an hour and a half clean film, and I wanna leave immediately.
Yeah.
I don't want end credit scenes. Was there an end credit scene?
No, I don't know. I was just
Okay.
saying I didn't need to stay longer. If there was one, 'cause
I did sit in my seat for a few moments to write that list because I
oh,
needed it to be fresh.
oh, not me. I did it like I did it like 10 minutes ago. Well, not 10 minutes ago now, but 10 minutes before we started. So I guess what we've learned is that I'm a prude. Um, apparently I don't connect well with people and feelings. What we've learned is that I am the wicked witch.
I just think we might have seen 2 different movies.
I just think I wanted so much more from this movie and it left me. I don't I'll be honest with you, dog. I don't know that I'll see the second part in a theater.
I think I wanted so much less. I wanted really just the songs and the stage play.
No, no, no. When I mean more, I guess I mean less because I just wanted the stage plays and like big grandiose sets and like powerhouse belting and dancing from everyone. So when I say more, that's what I mean. I wanted more in the 2 hours and 45-minute runtime. Like I wanted the whole thing.
Well, I'll probably go see the second one just because I like to argue with people about movies and tell them they're wrong.
Oh wow.
So just much like this.
I mean, I guess at this point, when is the second one gonna come out? Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe I can be forced to go and sit in a movie theater. And this is why I don't like going to the movies because I feel like I am so disappointed most of the time and everything is so long and I just have to pee my pants by the end. So I can never enjoy getting a crisp Diet Dr. Pepper and a bag of Skittles. And now I can't enjoy the Skittles either because they took out the red dye and obviously that's what made them so good. I just can't enjoy
Can you
the experience.
can you taste the difference?
No, I can't. I'm being cranky.
No, it's okay.
Because let me ingest the red dye. I've had it all my life. I'm gonna be fine.
Can I tell you that I went to that movie unattended without my husband, who's usually my voice of reason.
Mhm.
This bitch right here, I got a popcorn, I got a hot dog, I got a candy.
Wow.
I was, with my arms full walking into that theater alone.
Did you get the special bucket?
Fuck no. Everything you know about me, you know
I was
that I
just
don't want
asking.
this
No,
bucket.
no, no, because there were some super fans in the back. They did come in with the buckets and the drinks, and then so I thought there was gonna be singing, and then there wasn't, which really surprised me. Oh, I saw someone, they came dressed up. Like, not like super dressed up, but, like, very I guess it would be like a Disney bound version. Like, they came as Elphaba and, Glinda, and I thought it was cute. Like, the girl came in, she was wearing a little crown with a pink dress, and then the other girl came in, and she was wearing a little black beret and had on a black dress and boots, and then they each had their representative popcorn bucket and their little representative drink, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's cute." So but then no one sung. So,
I wore black and green and nobody comment.
I did not. I was looking ugly. I was sad because I didn't get to get my Diet Dr. Pepper because I knew that if I ingested any liquid anytime during that movie, that I was gonna be regretting it. So,
You could have just peed. Oh my god, I can't believe we didn't talk about Peter Dinklage. I forgot.
he's
You could have gone to the bathroom during his scenes. What a surprise. I did not know he was in it.
I only knew because I had read it a couple days before. Maybe hot take, but I love the animal people in Wicked in their weird animal costume. I probably would have liked to see Peter Dinklage in practical hair and makeup, and that would have been funner for me.
I'm not gonna hate on it because I can't imagine it, but if they presented me with Peter Dinklage, like, on all fours, I'd be open to it.
Well,
Oh, one closing thought for you,
sure.
and this is a special thought for you.
Okay.
Did you hear that what's Fiero's real name? The Bridgerton dude?
Oh, yes. Are you gonna tell me about the relationship he has with the horse?
Yeah. I was gonna say, did you know this?
I didn't know it until someone sent it to me 'cause I'm a horse girl.
That's what I thought. I thought this freak's gonna love this fact. Well, that was our thoughts on Wicked. I hope we're still friends even though even though I disagree
It's
with so
fine.
many things.
It's fine, you know, but I think we did agree that both the actresses were good, although I appreciated the singing less. We both agreed the color was bad. We both agreed it was too long. And so I think at its core, we both wanted this. We agreed that we both wanted the same thing. We just wanted the musical brought to us in movie form, which if we're going to recap, they did not do. So my take, I don't think I need to watch Wicked again. I don't need another 2 hours and 45 minutes of my life. I can just listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But I do think it's like a good background movie. Like if I'm cleaning the house or something, I'd put it on.
I could just throw on the soundtrack. I don't need the movie.
Yeah, but don't you ever just like sit down for a number and then get back up and move?
No, I can't because I will as soon as I sit down to watch something, I am down for the count.
Oh, not me. I sit for 10 minutes, get back up, come back when the movie's picked up again on the plot.
Nope, nope. If I'm gonna commit my time to watching a movie, I'm watching it at home. Like I'm in it. I'm in it to win it.
And that's why we differ. I'm in the theater.
The theater is your church. The movies are your
Oh my
god.
gosh. I'm a film girl. I don't know what to say.
Well, you
All
know,
right. Well, that those are our thoughts on Wicked. We're not Broadway people. We're not real film reviewers. We're just regular fucking people that saw a movie.
yes. So I guess the 7 of you who listen, just, tell us your thoughts. Well, how did you feel about Wicked? Did you think it was too slutty? Am
Was it
I
not gay enough?
was it not gay enough? Am I a prude?
Did you like the poppy aspects of the songs?
All the trills. Did you love the trillin'? Did you
Did you hate Jeff Goldblum as
did
the wizard?
yes.
And did you pee during all of Peter Dinklage's songs?
Did you want them to kill him? Because you read the books.
All right. Well, when can we leave to Wicked Part 2?
2026 maybe? I don't know, whenever that shit comes out.
2025. We'll see you there.